Welcome back to Quetheview. My name's Jack. Today I'm joined here with a true Needham guy and, most importantly, the principal of Needham High School. Today I'm here and joined with
Sicotte.
Mr. Sicotte. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. For people that don't know, this interview is going to be a little different than the other ones. This interview will repeat once every single year for 4 years. For people who don't know, I'm a freshman in high school at Needham High School and graduate in 2027. We will do an interview once a year for every year until 2027 to see how me and Mr. Sicotte grow with the same questions.
And we're trying to get the same dates too, right?
Yeah, and the same dates.
So Pi Day, 4 years in a row.
Pi Day, 4 years in a row. Mr. Sicotte, as I usually like to start my interviews, they know who I am. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I've been here at Needham for 11 years now. I was first here for 3 years as assistant principal, and now this is my 8th year as principal. I was an English teacher before that, taught in Massachusetts and in New York. Knew I wanted to get into education right from the start, even when I was a little kid playing school with my grandmother when she used to watch me before school even started, before I started going to school. My wife is in education. I've got 3 kids who all do well in their education, 2 in college and 1 in high school still. And they are where my heart really is, and when I'm not giving it into high school, it's usually going to my family.
Very nice. Mr. Sicotte, what's your favorite part of Needham High School?
I love being around the kids, absolutely. The group at Needham High School is awesome. Year after year, the crew that comes in is excited, is curious, is kind, really looking to create and contribute to a sense of community. I don't know what the parents are doing at home, but they keep sending us great kids, so it's awesome.
Great. Going back to favorites, just take a Wednesday, for example, a regular Wednesday of your life at school. What's your favorite part of the day? Is it when you walk in the school doors, or is it when you get home to your family?
Well, I do love both, but during the school day, I love the energy that comes into the building. I'm more often than not, most mornings I'm in the lobby greeting kids as they're coming in, if they're coming in through those 2 doors. And it's just the energy changes immediately as kids come in. I love that. I love being in the lunchroom and seeing kids having the chance to relax a little bit and just connect with friends and just kind of be. And I love getting into classrooms and seeing students in the classroom setting and what's going on with some of the magic from the teachers. And that's what we're all here for in the end. So that's like, if ever I need to pick me up in the course of a day for whatever reason, I just get into a classroom and I'm feeling great again.
That's great. Mr. Sicotte, you're a very, very busy guy. I mean, principal of a very big high school. I'm sure you have a to-do list, right?
I do.
What, right now, currently, is the top thing on your to-do list, if you can remember off the top of your head?
So right now, middle of March, we are working on the course selection process. So there are a number of different steps that we're going through with that to make sure that we've got all the right information in to then be able to build the right schedule for everyone next year. So there are a number of different elements of that are very much part of what my thinking and my time is going to right now.
Mr. Sicotte, knowing what you know now, if you looked back and was like a little earpiece to yourself as a freshman, what would you tell yourself as a freshman?
That's a good question. On one level, I'd probably say chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything works out. It's all fine. You don't need to stress about little things nearly as much as I think I did in high school. And maybe on the other side, work a little harder. And I say that I did well in school, so it wasn't as though I was just kind of coasting along, but there were some areas where I really could have got more learning out of it. I think I was like some students who I know here at the high school who are more about getting through the class or just getting the grade done, not really about the experience itself. So working harder to make sure that I'm really doing the learning that the whole class was designed for. And I think both working harder and chill out can happen at the same time if you're working harder in the right areas.
Mr. Sicotte, doing so much work here at the high school, I guess you just want to lounge out sometimes. What show have you or are you binge watching?
Okay, right at the moment, I'm in the midst of The Tourist. I think it's on Netflix.
Tourist on Netflix, okay.
Yep. Kind of a silly but totally entertaining show about a guy who gets in a car accident, wakes up with amnesia, and he's got people trying to kill him. So just an interesting, again, it's totally silly, but yes, There is a love story kind of woven in there too, so it's a little something for everybody.
And you're enjoying it?
Totally.
Is it a family show or just an independent show?
My daughter, who's a sophomore, is totally hooked with me. We kind of fell into it unexpectedly, and now as soon as I get home, as soon as we're like at a point in our nights where we can kind of sit and watch something, she's like, "You gonna put that on again?" So she's into.
How many episodes a night do you guys average?
Oh, it depends. She's often got soccer, and I often have meetings, so 0 on many nights.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll get 2 or 3 or 4 some nights too, as I'm sitting with my laptop and she's sitting with her homework, and we're just enjoying it in the background.
Cool. Mr. Sicotte, our final funky question. You're stranded on a desert island. No water.
Okay.
No help. No food, but now there is food. You can pick one condiment out of any condiments to help you on the desert island. What condiment are you picking and why?
So it's not just because I like the condiment, it's to help me on the desert island?
It's a mix of both.
Okay.
You have to enjoy it to help you survive.
Okay, but a condiment with some functionality also.
Yeah.
God, that's a twist. I don't ever get tired of a good chipotle sauce, but I'm not sure that's going to be very helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's one I'm going to have to think a little bit more about.
Mustard helps with energy. At the Needham High School football games, a lot of the players drink mustard on the sidelines.
That's a good call. Okay.
So we'll leave that to the side, and maybe next year we will answer that question. Well, Mr. Sicotte, thank you so much for having me. Today our mug is a Needham High School mug. Do you know what year this mug is from?
That is just representative of all of Needham High School, but it goes back to. It would be at least 10 years old because we changed our core value statement around 10 years ago, and that's the older statement.
Ever drink some coffee out of this mug?
I do not. That holds my pens. So I definitely wouldn't put anything to drink in there now. It's got all sorts of ink all over it.
Yeah, just a heads up. Don't drink out of this mug at Mr. Sicotte's desk. A lot of ink inside, but nice mug. Mr. Sicotte, thank you.
All right, Jack. Thank you.
Again, our Mike, Needham High School mug. I'm Jack. We're out.
See you in a year.